What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, keeping you up to date on all the latest wrestling news, rumors, and breaking news. Breaking news which we certainly got today because WWE released multiple superstars. So let's just get right into it. You guys know the deal. Hit those notifications, and if you want to continue being up to date on all of the WWE, AEW, and WWE 2K22 news, updates, and coverage, make sure to subscribe to both of our channels. Today is one of those days where unfortunately WWE gives us some breaking news and we basically go on to have a bad day. It's always sad to hear superstars getting released, especially when it's some of them that have been in the company for a while now, or that WWE just haven't used them correctly. Today WWE has come to terms on the releases of several NXT and 205 Live talent, according to multiple reports from PW Insider, Fightful Select, and other wrestling sources. We're going to be discussing these names, but do keep in mind that there might be other releases this week. There might be other releases within the next 24 hours, and if that is the case, I'll make sure to update the list in the description just in case we don't discuss it because we don't know about it just yet by the time of making this video. The list of fire/released superstars so far are the following: 205 Live superstars, Ariya, Daivari, Tony Nese, and August Gray, NXT Tag Team Everrise, and Breezango. The bigger shocker here is of course Fandango and Tyler Breeze, literally two veterans in the WWE, been with the company for over a decade now. Fandango went on Twitter thanking the WWE, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and Vince McMahon for the awesome 14-year career. And as I said, Tyler Breeze has also been in there forever. This one right here really hits hard because Tyler Breeze is a talent that could have been doing anything, and a lot of times did anything, and he made it work. Whatever they ended up giving him, he made it work. And NXT, he ended up giving us some awesome matches, a great gimmick. Then once he came over to the main roster, there were a lot of times that they could have pushed him as one of the main guys, but for some reason they just never kept it going. Even when something clicked, they messed all of that momentum up. All of these releases also come at a very awkward time and a bit contradicting too. Just a couple of days ago, we ended up getting reports that WWE wanted to put a heavy focus on the Cruiserweight division, on the Cruiserweight title that is currently being shown on NXT. That title even got a main event spot this past week. And obviously 205 Live even has its own show. So you will think that WWE won't release some of those superstars in that division, especially someone who's been there for so long like Ariya, Daivari, and also Tony Nese. And then going back to Breezango, we know that the WWE's tag team division is basically on shambles on every brand. Over the last couple of years, WWE has given us the impression that they just don't care about the tag team division. And now look at this, there's two more tag teams already getting fired. They are of course part of NXT, but let's be honest, WWE main roster feeds off NXT anyways. So if that tag team division doesn't have the talent, what fresh faces are we gonna get on the main roster for that tag team division? Again, all of these releases are very unfortunate, many of which just don't make sense at all. On top of that, when it comes to Tyler Breeze, he is a massive part of Up Down Down YouTube channel. Alongside Xavier Woods, he is one of the main guys. So that brings up the question, what exactly does all of that means? Is he still going to be part of the YouTube channel? I hope so. But we all know that as soon as he signs with another company, WWE might not even want him to be doing the YouTube stuff. And as I'm recording this, as I mentioned before, the releases are going to continue, and according to PW Insider, we could add the Singh brothers to that list as they have also been released. Adding to that list, and this is a surprising one as well, Roderick Strong's wife Marina has also been released. I will continue to update the list on the description of this video, so keep checking on it just in case anyone else unfortunately get added into it throughout the next couple of hours. All of this is obviously a lot of releases, and another big question that we have here, especially because I cover WWE 2K22 news so much, is now are these superstars also not gonna make it into the game? Or if they were in the game in previous years, are they going to be removed? And the likelihood of all of that is that yes, they will probably be removed. They're not gonna make it into the roster unless someone is like the next Samoa Joe and makes it back before the release of the game. I just don't see WWE allowing that for their main game. But we will have to wait and see. Whenever WWE 2K22 roster start getting revealed, it's gonna be very interesting. Switching it over to some other news, tonight in a couple of hours we got SmackDown. WWE already announced some qualifying matches for the Money in the Bank, as they're gonna be giving us Apollo Crews versus Big E. Roman Reigns will be hosting a victory celebration, and we will be getting a mixed tag team match of Cesaro and SmackDown Women's Champion Bianca Belair taking on Seth Rollins and Bayley. As we are on the topic of Bianca Belair, her husband Montez Ford posted a photo on his Twitter account of him in a hospital room. This came after WWE recently did an injury angle, as we got to see last week, where Otis ended up attacking him and basically taking him out. He might be off TV for a couple of days, as it does appear that the storyline injury with Otis was done to cover Montez Ford getting surgery done this week. The Wrestling Observer newsletter ended up reporting that Montez Ford underwent a voluntary surgery, but that it is not related to any kind of injury. It's being indicated that this surgery isn't something that should keep him out of action for any significant length of time, but since he will still need to recover from this, the team might be kept off SmackDown for a bit. If there's any other details in regards to this, I will certainly keep you guys updated. And the last report that we are covering today is in regards to Becky Lynch and the reason why she didn't appear at this year's WrestleMania 37, even though WWE planned for it. A lot of us fans obviously expected Becky Lynch to make an appearance at WrestleMania 37, and even the day before the first night of WrestleMania, it was reported that WWE has been planning a talking segment with Bayley where Becky Lynch will make a surprise appearance by driving a big truck into the stadium and obviously sending Bayley off, who was being annoying to all of the Hall of Famers during that night. Becky Lynch even teased making an appearance at the show, but obviously all of that never happened, as Bayley did a segment with the Bella twins, and it looks like Becky not showing up has to do with them negotiating a brand new contract with her. Fast forward to early on this month, Becky Lynch has been seen training at the Performance Center to get ready for her return to in-ring action. Apparently, she has also been backstage at recent WWE shows. The Wrestling Observer Radio stated that the reason why Becky Lynch wasn't used at WrestleMania was due to WWE waiting for her to sign a new deal, which is now in effect, and because they felt it was too early to debut her before she will be back wrestling. So it looks like the initial plan was to just have Becky Lynch appear at the show as a special surprise, as a one-off type of thing, because then she will have to leave again to train like she is doing now before officially making her return, which kind of makes sense. Fans would have probably been disappointed if we got to see Becky Lynch at WrestleMania and then we would have to wait another 2 months before she officially returned and see her again. That return now though is extremely close, because as we've been talking, WWE been holding off on bringing her back until they resume live event, which is starting on the July 16th SmackDown episode. Anyways guys, that is all the latest. If you enjoyed or found this informative, don't forget to elbow drop it and hit those notifications to continue being up to date. I'll catch you on the next one, so stay savage.